This is the Stafford Show on Talk Radio AM 640.
1124 has a family member, a friend, a restaurant, and even a school when it comes to your kids. Allergies are a big issue in the schoolyards now and in the classrooms and the cafeterias. Have they ever steered you wrong when it came to allergy claims? Claims that there weren't specific foods in something you were about to eat. Did it turn out that that wasn't the case? And what do you do in that situation? It looks like there might be a piece of technology out here. They're working on it at the University of Guelph. And you kind of wonder, like, how come we haven't had this thing sooner? Why haven't we had a team of experts working on this thing? And if it ever makes its way into the Dragon's Den or the Shark Tank, how could the investors turn this opportunity down? This thing, it looks, I'm looking at a photo of it, and right now it's a handheld device, but it's the size of a smartphone, and they say they want to port it into a mobile app. And it tests for food. It tests for allergens like peanuts. And they want to expand it to shellfish and tree nuts. And it'll tell you if there's anything in your food you're about to eat that will possibly kill you. And it'll tell you how much. And they think this is going to change the face of, the allergy industry. I don't know if that's a proper term to use. But would you use this? And I mean, what kind of issues have you had with people when it came to your allergies and food? How much of a has a wrench been thrown into the gears of your life when it comes to the issues you have? Will emails and says, if you're one of those that is bringing your own food because you don't trust mine, tell me, stay home, and I won't ever invite you again. It's not my responsibility to take care of you and your allergies. It's yours. Don't like it? TFB, have your own dinner party. 416-870-6400, star 640 on cell. Sandra, how you doing?
Good, thank you.
What's up? You have a 7-year-old son. What's he allergic to?
He has complex food allergies, so he's allergic to peanuts, tree nuts, eggs, sesame seeds, fish, and all fish.
So every food on the planet almost.
So yeah, basically, like, what do you feed this kid? And I get everybody how it's like, don't bring him here because it's too complicated, and unless you live it, you don't really understand how hard it is for these kids growing in this society. And so I totally would support an app or whatever they're developing, because it would change these kids' lives. Because, you got to teach them he has to be his own ambassador. He has to grow up, and he's going to be in the workforce and going out with friends and with people who don't care. And, his safety, and it's really at the forefront. We did experience an issue at a local chain, Mr. Sub, where we were told that what he was eating was free of his allergens, and he had an anaphylactic reaction. Ooh. I went to the health board. I went to the Anaphylactic Society. I went everywhere, and everybody was basically saying in the end, we're sorry, but next time, check better.
Really?
So really in the end, they got to be their own ambassador, and anything that they could develop to help and make allergies at the forefront is, I've had 100% my backing.
Did you try to hold this restaurant responsible for what happened?
Absolutely. We called nothing. They were like, sorry. They were misinformed, but next time you should know better. Basically, that's what I was told.
Well, that is
even though I was assured 100%, no, this is my restaurant. I know what's in the ingredients. Don't worry. You're 100%. We're okay. And as a mother, I'm looking at him because I always say no to him. It's always like, no, you can't have this. No, you can't have that. And then the one day where they're like, no, he could have this. And the poor kid's looking at me going, Mom, can I have this? I made that poor second decision to say yes. And he had an anaphylactic reaction.
And I think we've all been at the restaurant when somebody, may have even been you with your son one time, seated next to you, you've asked the server, can you tell me, here's what my son's allergic to. Is this in the food? And people kind of roll their eyes and they'll go, oh, one of those. But in this case, it really is important to his health to ask those questions.
Yeah, no, absolutely. It's life and death at the end of the day. It's like I send him to school and, I don't know if he's coming home because I don't know if that other parent, are they obliging the rules of not bringing a peanut snack or any of the other snacks that has his allergies in it. I get like the schools, it's like you kind of get those parents who are like, we're so supportive of allergies, and then you get those parents who it's like, I don't care, it's hard for me to make lunch in the morning. And I get it. I see both sides. I'm not one of those mothers who, her head's in the clouds. I understand that
it's quite the battle out there nowadays between those two sides.
But when they're small, we need to do everything that we can to protect them and to give them that knowledge so that when they are older and we send them out into the world, they're able to make smart decisions, and take care of themselves. Now,
the only thing I don't know. I still think there might be some insurance issues, some liability issues. Like I can see somebody like you, Sandra, once they hopefully make this available to the public, you buying that app or that device, using it at a restaurant or a friend's house. But I can't see a restaurant having this for their staff to use to show, like they'll bring you the plate, they'll add some food to this device and show you that it's safe. I don't think I trust it. Well, that's it.
Yeah, again, at the end of the day, we could do everything that we can, but there is no 100% guarantee.
So have you had to turn down friends or families inviting you guys over for, hey, come over for dinner? Have you had to turn them down because of the issues? Or bring your own food, that taboo approach.
We've brought our own, sometimes, I kind of do it discreetly for him because, again, I don't want it to be like, oh, here comes Massimo again. That's my son's name. You know what I mean? I don't want it to, I try my best to not make it an issue.
And it's hard, though, because, people are, and it's just what humans do, but, people are just like, oh, Massimo's bringing his own food again. And they feel, I think in some cases, like it's a slight, but you have to do it.
Yeah, no, there's been parties where we were there and it was just a peanut fest. And I just quietly was like, I took my son aside and I said, you know what, we're going to go home. Me and you and mommy are going to go do something special for you, because I try to make him understand, the world is not going to bow down to him and he's going to have to understand that and accept that. And it's okay. It's okay. He could be in a room with peanuts and know that he can eat it. But right now he's so young and I got to protect him. And we've left parties. And I've just, quietly said, thank you. I'm not feeling well, or Massimo's not feeling well. I wouldn't want the hostess to be like, oh, well, you didn't go and do everything for my son, so now I'm leaving your party, because that's not the way the world works.
No, actually, there's a study saying that most people use excuses like that. And everybody knows that that's not the excuse, but we're polite people, are we not? Humans.
Yeah,
we are. And who doesn't love parties,
Yeah.
Well, Sandra, I appreciate the call. And hopefully, hey, if you feel like reaching out to the professor at University of Guelph, Suresh Neethirajan, maybe they could include you in this study. And,
that's awesome. Thank you for covering this.
Hey, I appreciate it.
When you talk about it, it's just that's all it is knowledge, understanding, and caring for the next person beside you.
I appreciate the phone call, Sandra, and the best to you and Massimo. 416-870-6400, star 640 on cell. Some more calls in this one. This new food allergy testing device. Will you use this? And how often have you had to decline dinner parties, engagements? And have you ever been steered wrong by friends, family, and businesses who said one thing about what was in food that you're about to eat, and then it turns out, they weren't quite truthful? How frustrating has that process been for you?
The Stafford Show. Listen live weekday mornings from 10 till 1 on AM 640, or download the app at 640toronto.com.